I should set up an intro video. Like a super cool one with explosions, fight scenes. Remember that time so long ago when Uncle Tony did a Sunday live stream? How is it going? This is Dead Dodge Garage Live. Remember that time last week when Tom... he didn't ruin the live stream. But, you know. Barn Founded is clocked in. Nice. Make sure not to check your coil wire. No, do check it, just not when the engine's cranking or running. Little Johnny's here. Uncle Moose is here. The One Iron Duke is here. What? Finally catching a live stream. And a member. Thank you for that. Bowman Plywood is here. A camera. Yes! Camera drop montage. IH wants a jet ski. Okay. Marty from St. Augustine's here. How's it going? What's up, Dodge Dogs? 60 Effie's here. Stacy's here. T-Bird's here. Braintree, Mass. Wow. McNugget Garage in the house. What is happening? Brian Mohan also here. Squirrelitis is back. Camera drop montage. So on my YouTube channel page, excuse me, for the last 4 years, there's been a oh, that's a cat next to a TV that's not yet showing my live stream. There's an intro. I used to use it as an intro to videos, and then I realized that's silly, and I stopped doing that. But it's still that intro, and it's like the channel teaser, you know, whatever. And I've been thinking about redoing it to something that makes more sense now. So yeah, maybe it should just be all camera drops. Rob Fitch is here. At Chris Newis's place, it's currently 1 after 9:09. I think that's how that goes. This live stream will not be sponsored by Lucas Electrical. Apparently, Martin Baumforth posted a PT Loser limo. Oh, on the community page. I never see anything on the community page. I forget it's even there. And, you know, it's a cool feature because people can share, like, things, you know, with other viewers, but I don't see them. It's not integrated into the studio thing at all. So you just never see when people post there unless you remember it exists. Sorry, there's a smudge. It's berry juice. Unless you remember it exists and go out of your way to find it, which I don't. So anyway. He's only 6 minutes late, so right on time. I think it was actually 10 minutes late. Tatman Dan in the house. How's it going? Oh, that reminds me. I believe I've filled everyone in on the saga of the lost sticker orders. And my printers were like, oh, give us all the order numbers. We'll research them and we'll try and figure out what happened. Okay, good luck. So I gave them to him. And now it's 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and I finally heard from them, and they said, well, we have no idea because they're just gone. One of them was delivered, actually, but the others are just gone. It's the last Barracuda. It's been so long since I got the Barracuda, I can't even remember who gave it to me. Yep, that's a beer. It's one of the beers of all time. Anyway, apparently they are crediting my account for the lost orders. So one of them I refunded. One of them got lost in PayPal hell. I still don't know what's happening with that. PayPal sucks. That's what we all need to know. But anyway, I'm going to get it fixed. I'm going to reorder all the lost orders because since that week period when those 4 went missing, or 5 or whatever, there's never been another one. It's really weird. Must be out driving the Volkswagen. I have not driven the Volkswagen all week. I've been driving my Charger. Because it's been nice. title is grown worthy. The 6 infuriating barrels? In honor of today's video, Jamie's going to drink 6 barrels of whiskey. No. Jeffrey Voth was the first Jeff. Nice. Chris Nealis was the first comment. Alan is here. How's it going, Alan? Snowmonk is here. What's up? Ooh, Barracuda. Challenger 4305. Is the DDG Mopar electrical book real? The DDG Mopar electrical book isn't real. It can't hurt you. This is an author information packet from CarTech because I am an author and I am writing a book. And my contract is there. Yes, it... Ooh, that's loud. Don't do that. Jack Chapman's here from Lynchburg, Tennessee. How's it going? Ooh. Wow. Book's coming. Yeah. I'm about halfway through it. No cider. This is an outrage. Dude, I know. I have one that I picked up from the little convenience store over here, but it's this big, and I'm afraid of it. Saving that for a special occasion. VW versus Charger. Yeah, it's not a hard choice to make. Kenneth is here. How's it going? Mostly Mopar is here. Talking to my son while he waits for his flight from Salzburg, Austria to Frankfurt, Germany, and then to Atlanta, Georgia. Red. Don't forget you will get an ISDN. Yes. And money. Lots and lots of money. Probably not that much money. Someone get the man a cider. Yeah, because this is terrible. Martin D., have you seen the new Super Bee Dodge just dropped? Yes. Driveway of Chris Fitz says, why choose? I drove the Beetle and the LeBaron today. We've been driving my wife's wagon. It's currently her daily driver again, which is awesome. It also has the car seat in it, so anytime the small child has to go somewhere, we just hop in the wagon. So on at least one day, I drove the wagon, wife's Jeep, because it's my daughter's favorite thing to ride in, and the Charger. And I was going to drive Perky once, but then I didn't, and I made O'Reilly deliver. The Challenger. Thoughts on an LX Magnum wagon with the new Charger front end on it? Saw a really cool one done that way. Pretty neat. Excuse me. John Hibbert is late. How's it going? Jimmy Baps is here. How's it going, Jimmy Baps? Aw. One Charger cat. Those seats are nice. Look at that. See, my Charger was a black interior, but then it had white seats swapped into it, only in the back. The back seats were white. Had a similar look. Kind of like that. Here's is an AC car. Wow. And it's full of cats. There was definitely my wife's cat, who's no longer winning with us. She was very old, but she used to love curling up in the very back of my Charger. That was her spot in the garage. McLovin put up a link to the merch store. Please buy merch. I mentioned the merch store in the last 383 Dart video, and at least 16 people went and bought merch. I need to remember to mention things like merch store and membership and subscribing more often. I don't want to be that guy, you know. Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you get the updates. Can I do it? Skiddy is here. Dan Tupper's here. Miss Allen is here. James Frank is here. Jeff R. also here, but not the first Jeff. In fact, I think he was the third Jeff. It's messed up. Stephen Andrews is in the house. DTLA Kings fan is here. Russ Peters Derelicts. It's alive! Remember that time I zapped Tom? cat. Larry Pollard is here late as well. Nice. Regular car reviews are giving a Prowler away. First off, whoops, wrong button. Regular car reviews has a Prowler and they're doing a giveaway. Man, I used to watch his videos all the time. I want a Prowler. I actually went shopping for Degenerate. Get in. Giveaway ad. I gotta watch that. I used to watch his videos all the time, and I haven't in many moons. He almost has 1 million subscribers. Man, when I was watching him, he did not have 1 million subscribers. Josh Homan's here. Classic Dude Mike is here. No, I don't know what a Larkin Poe is. Oh, Stephen Andrews was sitting and watching the thumbnail for several minutes. Oh, weird. Yeah, Tom remembers. Michael Orlowski, how is the TRX going? Oh, stop. Oh, wow. Plymouth on Plywood says, you and Slant Daily are the only channels I've rung the bell for, mostly because I learned from both of you. That's awesome. Thanks. Yeah, Tom remembers getting zapped. Yes, Manny, I think you're the only Manny. And Will B said, cool video today. Thank you. Appreciate that. How's the TRX going? Good. Got wheels and tires. Did some other little things. I drove it on a road. Unfortunately, the rear axle housing is bent. So we're going to be trying to straighten a rear axle. We'll see how that goes. Might end up buying an axle. But anyway, that's next for that. And then buttoning up some other things. And then an alignment. And then Jack Chapman says, he said my name. I said it again. Wow. Chris Nealis has a yellow Prowler for sale. 10 minutes from him. 25K. It's just so yellow. No. Can I do it? Don't really want a purple one either. Anyway, TRX is coming. I'm into the next video. It's going to be a bit because just like the last video for that project, like so many of these projects, I just get done what I can get done, and that's the video. And for the TRX, I don't see any reason to like rush it. And so the next video will have like a substantial amount of stuff done. So it might be a bit, unfortunately. But if I could get the axle straightened, get the windshield replaced, and some seatbelts at work, I could be driving that truck right now. Do a Mopar or no cart shirt. Would they sell, though? Prowler's a cool-looking car, but aren't they horribly underpowered? Yes, but this is a problem we can solve. John Hibbard. Starter died on my 73 Challenger 440 with headers. Yeah, you'll have that. Had to take the header loose to get the factory-style starter out. Should have my mini starter delivered tomorrow and new Remflex gaskets. Nice. Good. You might still want to put a blankie on it. I'm going to put a blankie on the one in the swinger. Josh Homan. No, Tony actually has quit live streaming. Not necessarily forever, but like for the now, he's just not doing it. Hasn't in like 2 months. Aw. 2 first-gen Chargers, same cat. Will B said, cool video today. Thank you. Appreciate that. Tom said that hurt. Yes, I bet it did. Phillips said, don't be that guy. Yeah, the guy that says, subscribe and ring the bell and comment and like and share. And no, I will not be that guy. But from time to time, I do remember, oh, yeah, you're a YouTuber. And so anytime I ask people to subscribe, they do. What the hell was that? Might have been a firework, but it crazy sounding. Anytime I tell people to buy merch, they do. Anytime I tell people to become members, they might. So anyway, I just have to occasionally maybe do that. David said, thanks for the time travel today. Yes, you're welcome. I think Wednesday's video is going to be a time travel video as well. And Remember has been on the shirt idea list for the entire time there has been a shirt idea list. TRX or no truck? Well, Jeff Hutchins says, if I don't get the TRX done, I'm fired. I want to do TRX stuff. Like, I promise you, I want that. And again, I have made progress on it. I've made real progress on it. I drove that truck on a road. But because the rear axle's bent, I guess spoilers, the four-wheel drive is fixed. The ABS sensor's fixed. Almost all the warning lights are off except the airbag light. It's like working the way it should. Everything is all happy. But even with the rear axle unlocked, it turns on gravel now and it like seems all happy. But going down the road, the tires are like this a little bit. And so it's probably crab walking and you can hear it chirping. It's just occasionally it goes, it's not good. Yes, Stephen Andrews says, 96,000 subs and counting. Damn right. It's happening. As long as you aren't hawking HE1. Peter posted a clip on his Instagram. Because he does that sometimes. Behind the scenes, DDG type stuff. Excuse me. He posted a clip of when we were working on, I think, the Dart the first time. Something up on that lift. No, I don't remember what it was. But anyway. All right, guys, let's film the AG1 spot. Classic Dude Mike wants to see a close-up of the Les Paul Jr. We've done that before, but sure. I should get another stand. Hang on. Oh, guitar corner. Ooh, tin grill. Man, I like tin grills. And opals, kind of. Do I have a stand? I don't. Les Paul Jr. It's got a Bigsby, aftermarket bridge. This is actually my favorite guitar now. My friend bought this brand new and he hated it. I like it. Strangely, I actually like it more than the Les Paul Standard. I don't know why. Brew Ice says, I have a 225. Any suggestions for parts? I don't know what that means. Speed parts are barely a thing for a 225. I mean, you can get either a 2-barrel manifold or you can get an Aussie speed or whatever. Cams are hard to come by. Everything's hard to come by. I mean, you're stuck with the factory head. Piston options, there's like one. You can cut the head and cut the block to get the compression up. But parts, there's not much to get. Russ Peter says Prowler looks way better with the front bumper delete. I am inclined to agree. TRX or no truck. Mopar Fest. Skid Brent says Mopar Fest coming up this weekend in New Hamburg, Ontario, Canada. First time going for me. Supposed to be great. Nice. Yeah. Pretty minty though. TRX o'clock. Tim Clifton says Mopars are awesome. Wish I still had mine. I like them too. Rob says, I tend not to subscribe to creators who beg for it every video. And again, like, I'll never be that guy. I just need to remember to occasionally, And yeah, McLovin says, you're getting close to 100K. Might be time to ask a couple times. I know! Dan Orcutt's here twice. He was late with technical difficulties. Mid-South Lowballer says, some of us could use the like and subscribe reminder, so don't be too concerned. No, I know. I just, it's just such a generic thing to do. Wait. One Brando just posted up a picture of a Mopar gas cap with a sticker on it that says, "Warning, remove slowly. Fuel may be under pressure. Spray may cause injury." I've never seen one with a sticker like that. Now, there are aftermarket caps. That have a metal tab that looks like that. I can't type. Paint it over. Gas cap things. Anyway. PQ Speed Shop. Jamie, you see those aluminum chips inside my stroked 340? I did just see that picture pop up. I wasn't sure what I was looking at. Ooh, that's not good. This is in the community room a few minutes ago. It is a roller converted small block LA engine. Aluminum chips inside a stroke 340. How does that even happen? You have a bearing disintegrating, almost certainly a cam bearing. Let's take a look at this one. We could see the number 5 right here. So it's hard to say. Wow. Interesting. Can you get pictures pointing at all the cam bearings, specifically number 4 cam bearing? So that is aluminum debris that's coming out of a bearing, most likely a cam bearing. And the number 4 cam bearing, I think it's number 4, lubricates the passenger side valve train. So all the aluminum is getting fed up into those rocker arms, and then it's raining out of those rocker arms down. Probably. We saw that nowhere near that bad, but we saw that in that 383. I mean, aluminum, there's nothing else in there that's going to do that but a bearing. And if it was a main bearing, if it was a rod bearing, it would all be down in the bottom. But the fact that that's up in the top, cam bearing. Never ran? Okay. That's okay. It never ran and it's full of aluminum glitter? What? Then the builder filled it with aluminum glitter, or someone else did. Never ran. Really? I mean, someone filled it with aluminum. If it never ran, it's someone put aluminum in there. That's crazy. You need Dude Wipes as a sponsor? No. Barracuda's here. How's it going? Oily Fans is here. Wow. What's up? The One Iron Duke says, no way in heck you only have less than 100,000 subscribers. I know. Sabotage. Yep. Unfortunately, that ain't looking good. IH, any inboard boat has Mopar engines. Yes. Did you know Chrysler made boats in the 1970s? There were lots, even not in their boats specifically. There were lots of Chrysler engines in boats. The 440 that I rebuilt for Tracy's Charger was in a boat previously. And I had 2 more of them too, which got stolen when my shop closed. Really unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, lots of Mopar boat motors back in the day. Now that's a username if I've ever seen one. Unsubscribed. Okay. AMCs. What the heck do I know about AMCs? Larry Pollard. Jamie, have you heard anything about Dodge coming out with a 540 horsepower inline six Ram truck? Yes, I've heard about it. It's called the RHO, and I reviewed it in a video 2 months ago. It was awesome. I didn't like the exhaust sound, though. That truck. Also the 540, that's the HO, high output Hurricane. It is also used in the limited trucks, I believe. But anyway, the RHO is a Ram TRX, which had a Hellcat Hemi, but with a 540 horsepower inline six instead. I found that engine to be fun. I liked what it did. I simply did not like the sound. I take that back. I didn't like the sound most of the time. I loved the sound when it was bouncing off the rev limiter. That was sick. AMC guy thinks it was federally mandated that all... I don't think that's right. McLovin just put up pictures of an RHO in our Dead Dodge Garage community room over on Discord, and it's beautiful because it's in Serrano green, which is the color I would like my TRX to be. It doesn't look like much until it's in the sun. It just looks like dull green. It's very, very similar to what we put on that Crew Cab Dodge. Anyway. Today's video is sponsored by Metamucil. The Challenger 4305. Thoughts on a 78 Club Cab short bed? Keep a two-wheel drive or go 4x4 and two-tone or single? Well, that 78 Crew we restored, we did two-tone, but it was two-tone when it got here. I don't really go for the two-tone thing, but, whatever. Keep a two-wheel drive. What do you want your truck to be? I mean, it's kind of a big job to convert a truck to four-wheel drive when you could just go get one that's four-wheel drive already. Dan Orcutt has gifted 10 DDG memberships yet again. Thank you, Dan. What a guy. Martin Baumforth, don't you dare take sponsorship from Factor. Have you seen me take sponsorship from anyone? There was one video I did once, a long time ago, for Top Don. Because I needed a jump box. Mine had died, and they offered me one just at the right time because they saw my toolbox video. And I was like, you know what? Sure. It was a piece of garbage. I took the video down later. And the thing that I realized, like, as I was doing it, I was like, sure, but I'm going to tell people what I think of it. I literally used it as a wheel chuck at the end of the video. All the companies trying to sponsor, get deals with YouTubers, it's just so dirty. And all of the automotive products, tools and stuff, it's just Chinese garbage. And I have no interest in that. If you don't know, I worked for O'Reilly for 5 years, and they have a creator thing. I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen creators that have deals with O'Reilly. And I thought, you know what? I kind of like this because it's not a product directly. It's a company. It's a company I have experience with. It's a company I do. I do business with them and I like them. So I actually saw their application for creator sponsorship and I opened it up. I started filling it out and then I went, this is dumb. I'm not doing this. Doesn't Clifford Research still make a performance manifold for the slant? They did. I don't know. 75 Valiant has not 1970 though. By 75, there are timers, there's all kinds of crazy crap going on, but a 70 Sports Fury, I don't think so. McLovin did put up a link to the Dead Dodge Garage Discord, in case you have not seen that. Shannon78 Money's here. How's it going? Hey, Dead Dodge Garage. How's it going? Just got my new guitar. Went with the Epiphone Les Paul. Got it signed from some artist I really like. Awesome experience. Cool. Sam is Dat. The wife and I are moving. Only going 15 miles. Started moving my studio today. 11 guitars, 2 basses, 7 amps. I'm not that far ahead of you. It's no, about the same, actually. Well, it's a lot more than 2 basses. I'm not counting. But anyway, yeah. Good times. Phillips Head actually rode in that monster Spitfire semi-hemi I sent you the picture of. It was like a carnival ride. I don't know what you are talking about. Screaming Monkey. Any sources for LA 318 heads? Jegs and Summit forever back order. O'Reilly's the junkyard? I mean, that's... for a 318, there are no, I don't. If anyone makes new heads for those, it's news to me. Go find used ones. They're not. It shouldn't be hard to. I mean, I don't know where you're at in the world, but like, if I needed 318 heads, I could go to at least 2 different junkyards tomorrow. But that's here, and that's me. I like scrap 318 heads. The last thing I need on this earth is more 318 heads. How long will Clifford be researching? I don't know. They've been at it a long time already. Sounds kind of sus. Factor delivers ready-to-eat meals. Jeffs don't get gift memberships, and neither does my mom. I do give free advertising to PB. Who did I sell out to? That jump box. Is it funny that I said junk box? That's called a Freudian slip. Yeah. No, I'm not a green guy. I'm not into green at all. Lazarus 7000 says, oh, hey, you can answer my question live. Perhaps I can. Why was the battery to starter cable in my 72 Imperial nowhere near as thick as it should have been? Manual says number 1 wire wasn't even as thick as number 2 wire. I don't know, but I do know that I have seen that like a bunch of times, and I don't really have an explanation for it. I think the last time I saw it was the Aspen had a little teeny tiny gauge positive cable. Maybe it was the ground. I can't remember. But it shouldn't. I don't think. Perhaps someone has replaced it. Oh, tungstens come with the HO as well. That makes sense. Gary Herger took the Ram Charger to its first car show in Oak Harbor today. Nice. I rebuilt the carb for that truck the other day. I'm partway through a video. Jeff Militich is here. Yet another Jeff for the Jeff Mafia. How's it going? Chrysler also made a snow scoot. It's not called a snow scoot. It's called ooh, 70 Fury. And the aforementioned Club Cab. Comp wheels? I'd rock that. That's wait. Oh, Stolen Valor. It's already got a Power Wagon hood. That's why you need to make it 4-wheel drive. Dealer's choice. Such a big job to swap them. Chrysler Penta? No. Well, that's funny. Josh Homan says, I saw some 60s Chrysler boat ads. Nice. Old McDonald has a car. Our distributor oil shaft bushing, is that aluminum? Some are. Some are bronze. Bebro's here from the East Coast. Nice. Mike Noodle also here. Snow Runner. Thank you, Evan. Yes. Yes, the Snow Runner. Hot. I got a Jazzmaster body. It was just a bare body. It's made out of ash, I think. It's very heavy. It's ridiculously heavy. And my friend Frank is making it into a guitar. It's looking pretty good. But now I need to buy a Jazzmaster's worth of parts, and I have other things to buy. In fact, I mentioned, was it last week? I don't even know. I hinted at something that I would be buying. And Tom and I talked about it last week too. So I guess I've been hinting at it for a couple of weeks. But anyway, I have made a deposit. I've secured the asset, and I will be going back for it soon, come YouTube payday. So here's a spoiler. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. She's a little rough. Pretty cool, though. Yeah. I thought PQ was responding again about that engine, but I didn't see anything else. There's something wrong there. Yeah, that's not good. Mike Noodle has joined the Discord. Welcome. PQ's crying right now. Get more pics. Let's see some more details in there. Try and see what the hell's going on. Fleetwood John's in the house. How's it going? Wiper blades, 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive? Is it automatic or manual? Todd Denau did not win a gift membership. Yeah, neither do Jeff's. Plymouth on Plywood, have you been working on your History Channel project at all? No. I've thought about it some, but the passion has been put in a drawer somewhere. Currently, I'm writing this damn book, and this whole summer, I wanted to work on it this summer while the weather's decent so we could walk around with a camera and stuff, an actual camera. Well, I was doing the musical builds, and so between musical builds, writing a book, and an extra child, plus obviously the other things I do, 2 videos a week and jobs, whatever, there's just no time. No time at all. Angelo Racino is here and says, Jamie, great video showing your perseverance on the 6-barrel Fury. Sorry I'm late, but here now, my friend. Welcome, and thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, it did require some perseverance. Wow, Jack Chapman worked at O'Reilly. Found it easier to look up a part on Google, get the part number, then enter it into the system. I was really good at OCAT. But mind you, when I was working there, the new system that they use now was released, and I was using the previous system, and we still had legacy. Still had to clock in with legacy in my time. I was really good on the O'Reilly system. Now, there are limitations to that. The interchange was always kind of terrible. Performance parts, universal things. You know, there are certainly things that I could do faster with Google, no question. But I knew my way around that thing. I was the guy. I was the guy. And I don't say that as a point of like egotistical superiority. It's just like I was the one guy that could find all the things. Kid Achilles here. What's up? That's that guy. Jamie, any thoughts on the rear sway bar on your one Dart? Don't see them on A-bodies very often. My brother put one on. Yeah, what McLovin said. It used to be on a Duster, but now it is on a Valiant, which McLovin owns. I remember when we put the rear bar on that car. We put front sway bars on everything. But I remember when we put the rear sway bar on his Duster and then going out and doing like an A/B test drive and taking it through some twisties on a local 2-lane. And that thing would just corner dead flat. It would stay completely stable, completely level, and you could corner so hard you were rolling the tires over. Like, we got home, I heard the squealing noises and stuff cornering. Like, it feels fine, but I can feel it wiggling a little bit, maybe, and I hear the noise. We get home and realize it's the entire sidewall of the tire rolling over because the car is that stable. Awesome. The one on that Dart is a really weird kit. It's a really weird setup. I don't know what the brackets are about. I want to get less stupid. I want to get a more conventional mount situation on there and on the front. See, the sway bar kits that are on there are really weird. The front end one, it like clamps onto the bottom of the control arm, and it's the craziest looking thing. So I want to get rid of that and put normal ears on the front, and then the back, I don't know what the heck I'll do. But I remember when they added the flux capacitor to O'Reilly's catalog. They like announced it internally. Anyway, rear sway bar, awesome. Just get one that's less goofy than that one. Yes, iPad users cannot sign up for a membership. Neither can an iPhone user through the app. PowerProbe ought to be good for a sponsorship. PowerProbe should pay me. And here's the thing, like, I'm not going to sell out for garbage. But for products I actually believe in and actually use and would promote anyway, I could see doing some kind of sponsorship deal. You know, they give me a free one. Awesome. I'm going to say nice things about it anyway, because I truly believe that is one of the greatest tools for automotive electrical work. I just believe that. It doesn't matter if they, pay me or send me one for free or whatever. So that's something I've thought about. Like, there are certainly companies I would be willing to work with, if they ever reached out to me. But Temu keeps dropping in my inbox. No. Stop. I think Summit Racing reached out to me once, and I was just like, no. Dean Stevenson's here. How's it going? Slater's here? Yeah, exactly. Used 318 heads should not be hard to find. There's a reason there aren't new ones. Closet dude Mike broke out his electric guitar rig, amp, and PA after sitting for many years. Fun day. Nice. Some days, my Mopar home has added another Jeff. Usually Wednesdays are my office days, writing days. And on an office day, I will go through and play at least 2 Ricks, ideally 3, and sometimes I'll pick up a guitar. 249 people here. That's a few more than usual. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Appreciate that. B-Bro, what transmission is the overdrive version of the 904? I believe the original designation was A999, or is that the lockup one? Anyway, 44RH is the later nomenclature for that. And then 44RE is the electronically controlled version. Interesting. Lazarus says that was definitely a factory cable. Same weird bandage-looking wrap. Huh. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably original if it's wrapped like that. Angelo Racino, Jamie, are you doing pre-orders on your book, and where will you be selling it? No, I am writing it for a company. Everything that happens after it's written is up to them. They market it, they sell it, they price it, they send me a check. Cartech Books is the company. They are a well-known publisher of automotive books, like this one, for example, which I have sitting here for no particular reason, mostly style points. It's all up to them. I have nothing to do with the selling of the book. Now, I will obviously make an announcement when it's available and tell you where to buy it. But no, it's not. There's no pre-sale deal. I can't send you a signed one. There's nothing like that. I will never touch these books, just like my merch. It has nothing to do with me. I mean, the merch kind of does, but I don't touch it. It's just like, this company over here sells it to you, basically. Rust-Oleum turbo cans. My brother painted the Fury panels with turbo cans. I'm not. That's too much paint. Rust Beaters, did any Mopar distributors use the manual oil cup deal for the upper bearing like a lot of the old Fords? Yes. Yes, they did. In the 60s and before. Dean Stevenson has a 12-step plan. They're all denial. Nice. Gary Tilley, do you now or have you ever owned a Gretsch guitar? Yeah, I had a Gretsch Corvette, and I've always wanted, like, there are a couple Gretsches I've long wanted, but I do not and have not. Do not own, have not owned. May someday. Charger 500s are cool. Dean up in aisle 3. Get sponsored by Mopar. If they called, I would at least answer. But I have gone on record as saying some things about that company, and I will continue to do that. So, we'll see. It's funny because my salesman friend was at a Stellantis event, and they were specifically talking about how they wanted to work with creators, and he gave them my information, and I haven't heard from them. So, anyway. McLovin wants to know, how many chargers does one guy need? The answer, of course, is all of them. Plans for the 70. Well, I don't know what plans are. No, I'm not running for mayor. I've thought about it, but I'm not doing it. Where's the Green Monster? Colin's house. Saw it today. Yeah, they might be Adco bars. They're very clamp-on goofy. He was, that would make sense. He told me that, I think it was the springs were direct connection. But I knew when I saw and I thought he had said that for the sway bars too, but as soon as I saw them, I was like, no, that's not anything Chrysler. Skid E, did O'Reilly have a hard time cross-referencing Shucks parts? No. The version of the O'Reilly cataloging system that was used over here, so now they have a version that is used across the country, but originally, I worked for O'Reilly, and you think an O'Reilly is an O'Reilly, right? Not true. West of the whatever mountains, maybe it's the Rockies, I don't remember, O'Reilly was CSK, Checker Shucks Cregan, and their system was built on Shucks system, essentially. Just kind of like boogered onto and updated over the years. Now it's gone. But at that time, when I worked for them, it was still fancy Shucks, basically. B-Bro, did the 426 Hemi ever come with a single 4-barrel carburetor? Nope. Not on a street Hemi. There were racing classes that required a single quad, but that's, yeah. Michael P. wants to know, why don't I get notifications when you are live? I truly do not know. I don't know. Dr. Art's here. How's it going? Yes, set building. There was a lot of that. It's been a busy summer. And now it's like 2.5 weeks till the kids go back to school. No time. No time. When the book comes out, will you go on a book signing tour across America? No. But I'll sign yours if you buy one and then find me. At home. Hurricane sounds like that because of twin turbos. Yes. Yeah. It's also an inline 6. It's just smooth and inoffensive, as I believe I described it on video. Jared Kane says, I've been asking for a 6-pack vid. Well, this is my 3rd one. And I'm behind on watching the Fury video. Well, there you go. It's never bragging when it's true. Meh. I guess that's true. Slater was a counterman at Napa. So was Alan. Rooster. How many chargers is too many chargers, or is the right number? How many does one man need? And Rooster says 2 on my right, 1 on my left. Could you make the O'Reilly software play Doom? I don't think so. Held Lightning. What kind of book are you writing? I am writing one of these CarTech essay design workbench books about Chrysler electrical systems because they do not have one. It's going to cover harness replacement, factory style harness replacement, which is what I'm finishing up writing right now. Aftermarket style harness installation, building your own harness from scratch, all of the common classic Chrysler circuits, all of the components, diagnostic tips, conversion tips, wiring harness upgrades. It mostly covers the muscle era, but it's actually like 62 to 74 is the main area of focus. But then there's an expanded section. I'm including stuff on trucks, vans, late 70s into the 80s, lean burn, seatbelt safety, not much on emission stuff because I don't know anything about that. But I'm packing in as much useful classic Chrysler electrical information as possible. What they asked was for a wiring harness replacement book. And I said, sure, but we're going to do a lot more than that. And they were like, okay. So there you go. The Duke of 5A says frame ties and sway bars made an unbelievable difference on my car. Absolutely. Frame rail connectors, I think we've done them and they're fine. I don't see them as essential as some people might think. What I see as essential is offset upper control arm bushings. You could do adjustable tubulars if you want, but they cost $700-800. Offset upper control arm bushings are the cheap way to get caster. You need caster. So one or the other of those is essential. I think polyurethane lower bushings are a good idea. Fresh rubber, okay, fine, but they're just going to wear out again. So polyurethane's really good. And obviously anything else worn out needs to be replaced. Ball joints, what have you. Improved caster with upper arm fix and a front sway bar. I don't view those two things as optional. You do that, you've got a decent handling car, and you can expand from that point. Rear sway bar is good. Subframe connectors are fine. I just don't think like stiffening the unibody is a good thing on the whole. I just don't view it as essential as a front sway bar. Also, big torsion bars are a good idea. I would do like all of those other things before I did the frame rails. Now, if you're putting 700 horsepower in the car and you're going to try and twist it into a little ball or into a pretzel or whatever, yeah, do frame ties. Dr. Art just did a video of attempting to put a sway bar on his Barracuda. Did not fit. I seem to recall, and I think he's here, so he could tell us. I seem to recall him telling me he bought one and me going, is there a sway bar that fits these cars? Because if there is, I didn't know that and I need one. Scott DeForge is here. How's it going? I mentioned that guy in the video he's talking about. Howdy, Jamie from Hot SoCal. Your video installing the 383 in the Dart was great. Today's C-Body video was quite informative. Keep them coming. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. I'm a little late to this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this anyway. Wow. Manny A. Rivera. In 2018, I opened the DC in Twinsburg, Ohio. I was hiring people from a trailer in a muddy field while they were building it. That's amazing. Johnny Grassa says the burrito store should sponsor me. It's the coffee stand. It's Burrito Bros, Northwest burrito establishment that distribute burritos to all of the coffee stands. Snap-on and Mac Tool get promoted because of daily use. I use Snap-on like almost exclusively. Scoop was late. Wow. Oh, 42RH. 42R. Oh, A500. Damn it. So I was wrong on every count. So there's 42RH. But then what's the 44RH? Isn't that... Oh, you stupid... Chrysler A500. Oh, stop it. There's the 44RE. Yeah, so 4.2 and 4.4 are both the same thing. And the second number is like a torque rating or whatever. I don't know the difference between a 4.2 and a 4.4. Whether it's just beefier internals, it's probably beefier internals, but they're the same basic unit. They both use the 904 case. So in my eyes, they're both 904 descendants. 4.2 RE, 4.4 RE. Kind of the same thing. 4.6 RE is the 727 derivative with an overdrive. The A518, but in the later nomenclature. 4.6RH is the hydraulic version, 4.6RE electronic. And then the 4.7 is the beefier 727 derivative used for V10s and Cummins trucks. And it has a special bell housing for those. 999 is a lockup. It's A500. Yeah, 4.2R8. That's the one I was talking about. Yes, that's the light duty one. And then the 44 is a heavier duty version of that. McLovin, how did the book publisher get in touch with you about writing a book? I did a video on building a 426 Hemi. And I got an email from an editor at Cartech Books. And he said, I am looking for someone to write a book about building 426 Hemis. And I said, I would love to talk about this more, but I'm currently in the middle of Arkansas and it's 85 degrees and I don't have any time. Can I talk to you when I get home? And he said, no problem. So I talked to him a few weeks later. And he said, well, it turns out we don't need a Hemi book. But here's our hit list. If there's anything on here you're interested in, let me know. Let's get an outline and let's go from there. And I saw Mopar wiring harness replacement on it. And I said, I could do this. There weren't many Mopar things on their hit list. Now, since then, we've had a couple more conversations, and he said, if you had access to a GM product and a Ford product, I would have you on a 3-book deal right now to do electrical for all 3 of them, to which I said, yeah, but no. I don't know anything about those. I'm a Mopar guy. And then he said, we were talking about suspension, handling stuff. Excuse me. And, I happen to know a thing or two about that. But my brother knows even more about it, so I said maybe we'll do that, but we'd have to write it together. Anyway, yeah, they found me through YouTube and emailed me through my public contact information, and I saw Cartech Books. Pretty cool. Little Johnny, do you occasionally think about expanding your business? Yeah, I think about it all the time. There's an old dealership building in town that I really want. Now I've been tempted by the idea of making my own wiring harnesses because a bunch of people said, well, you should just make your own wiring harnesses with blackjack and hookers. And I do like that idea. But there's no money in it. But anyway, as far as like expanding, taking more projects, doing customer work again, having an actual business, I've thought about it, but there's no way it would make me what doing what I'm doing makes me. And it's so much easier. It was not easy, but it's easier to do what I'm doing here by myself, or with a little help from people like Alan and Peter from time to time, than it is to try and run a business. I ran a business. I hated it. It was terrible. Don't do that. No one should do that. I told my wife years ago I would run another business if I made so much money on YouTube that it literally does not matter if the business just makes nothing. In fact, costs me money to run. I would do it because I liked having my name on something. I liked having the business. I just didn't actually like, the struggle or having to run it. So I would need someone else to do that. The point is, running a business is a mistake. Where's the Green Monster? It's still at Colin's house. Get a sponsorship from Gibson like Slash. Yeah, just call Slash and ask him. Steen Stevenson. I like Gretsch drums. Chris Nelis. What if I buy a book, mail it to you, have you spill a cider on it during the live chat, and then mail it back? Yep. I'm in. Yes, sorry. We were talking about the 904 derivative, and I got into the weeds. But yes, the 4.8 RE 2003, they beefed up the 4.7, and that's actually a decent transmission, finally. The 4.7 was not so much. Dude, that is beautiful. Wow, they even left the stock power box under the hood. Huh. That's sick. Snowmonk put up some pictures of an M37 with a Magnum swap. That's cool. Had one of those briefly. Yeah. That's the thing. The best part about not having a business anymore is not hearing the phone ring all day. Because it did. We were popular. We were ranked the #1 independent auto repair shop in Grays Harbor. And it sucked. T-Bird talking about differences between the different ratings, different versions of those overdrive transmissions I was talking about. Oh, God, I'm so much happier doing what I'm doing. And it's stressful still. I've got 2 deadlines every single week. Plus, I'm still, even though I have said I will not do it, I still have projects for other people here that I need to get done. So anyway, like it is stressful, but it's just so much easier. Connerly Cavasu, is a 727 pan and a 46 RE pan interchangeable? Yes. There is a filter difference between those two. The 46 RE, I think, always has a deeper pan. The pan flange is the same. The one will bolt onto the other, but you're not going to put the shallow 727 pan on the 46 RE, and if you put the deep pan on the 727, you need a filter extension. Interesting that publisher is interested in making books for classic cars. Buddy, it's literally their entire brand. That's all they do. Yes, Tony. Yeah, Tony has thoughts on subframe connectors. Something. Chrysler would have put them on there if they thought they were necessary. They might cause your car to break apart. Show me. I agree with a lot of things that Tony says, but show me a car that has come apart because someone put subframe connectors on it. I agree. I understand it changes where the loads are going and things, but like that's ridiculous. The Demon has had subframe connectors for a very, very, very long time. Have you sold anything this week? No, damn it. Yes, 46RH is the big one. Who the heck is Ben Jones? What are we... Oh, I don't even know who that is. Ooh, that is a 66 Dart. Fenders are also cool. B-Bro, do you ever use the triple vacuum gauges to synchronize the 3 deuces? No. Now, I don't think people necessarily understand. If you come from a motorcycle background, then you know that a motorcycle with individual carburetors has to have those carburetors synchronized. And that's really important for a motorcycle. Automotive multiple carb applications, at least from the factory, almost never work the way you think they do. They are not synchronized. They are never synchronized. The only time a dual quad Hemi or a 6 barrels carburetors are synchronized is when they are at full throttle. The entire rest of the time, they are not. A 6 barrel runs on the middle carburetor, like I'm going to say 90% of the time, maybe 95. Anytime you're not in the throttle, the 6 barrel is running on the center carburetor only. So how could they possibly be synchronized? That is simply not a thing. And the same is true of the 426 Hemi. Unless you are in the throttle, beyond half throttle, you are only running on the rear carburetor. And like most of the time, you're only running on the front 2 barrels of the rear carburetor. And that's on a 426 Hemi. So again, think about that. Think about how all 8 of the barrels are going to progressively open on a dual quad Hemi with 2 Carter carburetors. Primaries of the first one open first. I don't know exactly how they're clocked, but this is going to open and then this is going to open and then this is going to, and this is going to, they are completely not synchronized at all. So that basically isn't a thing for cars. Now, it's different if we're talking about a side draft setup, like an English car with triple Webers or whatever. Different situation. But when we're talking about Mopar Performance V8s with multiple carburation, there is no synchronizing. It's simply not a thing. And I hope that makes sense. Wrong says 4 chargers, 1 for each direction. I'm a little sad that I don't still have my 69 charger because now I would have all 3. Oh, well. Gopher Garage says, on fuel flared ends, I've found a tiny bit of grease helps with sealing. Allows the tube to fit the brass perfectly. Interesting. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, I could see that. Lazarus 7000. Why does my water pump housing have a half NPT hole for the temp sensor when everyone sells me 8th NPT ones, even the ones made on original tooling? Yes, only an idiot like car like a full-size application would have the big sensor. What are you doing, Junior? I'm live streaming. What are you doing? Coming to say hi? Yeah. Okay. Fern's here. Ah!
Hi.
Fern's growing, in case you didn't know that. What are you up to today? And don't say farting.
Hello. Hello.
What did we do today?
Knitting?
You were knitting. What did we do together today, though?
Pick some blackberries.
Correct. What else did we do?
We, I don't forget.
We walked to the river.
We walked to the river.
That's right. What are we going to do with our blackberries?
Make jam with them.
That's right. We're going to make jam. Blackberry jam. You excited?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, can I hear you inside of your
I've
headphones?
been here for seconds. 281 people out there are listening to you. Say hi to 281 people.
Hi.
Can you say 281?
Hi.
No, don't yell. What are you doing?
Hi.
You're going to blow people's ears out.
Hi.
What's the biggest number you know?
55, 11, 12.
That's not really a number. Which one's your left hand? Nope. Yep. You had this right earlier. You're right. You're not going to remember every time.
And this is my right hand.
Correct. Why are you wearing hand warmers?
Left, right.
What's that about? Okay. I got stuff to do. You want to say bye to everybody? Say bye.
No.
Say bye to everybody.
No, I want to snuggle.
Oh, you can't snuggle. Now I can't reach the mic. Where were we? Oh, stop. Johnny Grassa, do you get a cut per issue per copy of the book sold? Yes. And it depends on where it's sold. I make like $3 to $4. So if I sell 10,000 of them, that's going to be a good month. Can you? Hey, okay. So now you're running into my microphone, and that is a problem. Okay, I'm gonna send you away pretty soon. Yeah, anyway, Lazarus, the big temp sensor thing that is indeed for an idiot light full-size car. Yes, dear.
Is Ava gonna stay the night at Henry's house?
I truly do not know.
How about soon you come over there and ask Ava if she wants to?
Brian L., haven't you watched closely when Jamie's using a chisel or a pry bar? It's always a snap-on screwdriver. So true. Martin Baumforth, how many swear words did Tom say after his shocking incident? 1. I had to cut it out. He said it twice, though. If you keep searching, Jamie will have to make another data center. No. Yes, the 42 and the 44 look the same. It's the same basic transmission. That's what I was saying. Okay, I can't. You gotta. Hey, not cool. Not cool. Not cool at all. Okay, all right. Okay, you're out. You're being ejected from the game. Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
No,
Ugh. Why are you so noodly?
No, bye.
Okay, bye.
No, bye.
Good, Babby.
Mama.
Guess again.
Mama.
Guess again.
Mama.
Nope.
Mama.
Just wait till she's a teenager.
I want my mama.
I don't know if she's going to live to be a teenager. Okay, go find Auntie. Get out. Go. Say bye. The next generation. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm sending her to the corn. You're going to the corn, girl. You can sit there very quietly, or you can go to the corn.
Hi.
That's not quiet.
Hi.
You want to play with cars?
Yeah.
Go grab some cars to play with. You just got to be quiet. It's an Imperial, all gauges, only idiot lights are check gauges and brake system. Interesting. So you would have to be setting up the 6-barrel on a dyno? No, you just hook it all up. Ram Man loves wild blackberries. Me too, dude. Me too. Did you start the Detroit today? Damn it. No, I did not. I had to take my start button off it to start the 383 Swinger, so I haven't been able to fire it up since then. Huh?
There's the corner.
You can play right here. Oh, let me see this one real quick. Let me see. Excellent choice. Henry gave me that. Well, off-road Challenger. I like it. Here you go. Little people. Yeah. Colleen's here. How's it going, Colleen? Could you synchronize them? No, no, it doesn't work that way. You cannot synchronize a progressive carburetor situation. It's progressive. The farther you open the throttle, the other carburetors open, but not at the same rate. It is impossible. They cannot be synchronized by design. That's not how they work. Now, if you have dual quads with a fixed throttle situation, like I have on the Barracuda, then yes, they can be synchronized, and probably should be. And all you do for that is make sure both of your carburetors are full throttle at the same time, and you're good to go. If it's not perfect, it's close enough. Chris Nealis' 69 Cornet has subframe connectors. Nice. McLovin put up a link to the merch store. AMC guy has seen more cars coming apart from not having subframe connectors. That knowledge is freaky. What, the fact that I know a 66 Dart fender from every other Dart or any fender, frankly, just from one little tiny shot of it? Yeah, there you go. Yes. But Without Plywood put up a picture of a set of slant 6 carburetors that do, in fact, need to be synchronized, and I'm really jealous. It's a beautiful setup. Squirrelitis talking about the U.S. Car Tools kit. Yeah, it's good stuff. I did the rad support brace, the inner fender braces on the Red 71. It already had subframe connectors. I guess that was all the braces it got. But yeah, U.S. Car Tool stuff. Pretty cool. I've never actually done that to one of my own cars. And again, like, I see no downside in beefing the unibody. I see no downside to it at all. But I also don't see it as essential. I actually see doing all of that stiffening as a pretty serious step that most cars are not going to need. If you're doing like hardcore mountain carving day in, day out, you're running,
Uncle Jamie.
Racetracks and such. Yes, dear.
I kind of need one more car.
Get one more car. You don't need my permission. Just do it. What was I saying? Unless you're using the heck out of this car around curvies all the time, you probably don't need all that. Stephen Andrews, don't suppose one would adapt to push-button shifts. What, an overdrive transmission? No. Although, the overdrive uses the same shift configuration as a torque flight, and there are ways to make one of those work with the push button. There's some crazy like adapter thingy you can make, but I've seen it done. I don't actually know how to do it or who makes it or whatever. If you mean photographic memory, yes. That is what I have. I can remember things I've seen. Next thing we're going to hear is a Hemi starting up. God, I hope so. What, like from Fern? All you children of today are children of the corn. Yeah. Keep this video for Fern when she's a teen. At least she didn't poop on the floor. Did you know Charlie pooped on the floor in here one time? Right where you're standing, actually. It was gross.
Here.
You're right there. Remember when there were fireworks all the time?
I remember when Sally pooped over here.
Yeah. Yep. Remember when she was so scared she wouldn't go outside because of all the fireworks? Yep. That was fun. Fern, repeat after me. 1843
1843
6572.
6572.
Okay, memorize that number. Okay, I'll try. Which word did the horse noise cover up? It started with an F. He did it twice. I cut the first one out, and then the second one I horsed it. I could have cut it out cleanly as well, but I didn't want to. Yes, the crack by the back window. That is a classic E-body thing when you got too much torques. Bill has a story about his mom's Challenger with some crazy 440 cracking. I think it actually cracked the rear window. But yeah, it was very obviously twisting the car. This is my niece, by the way, if you don't know that. She's almost 5. My daughter's 10. Meow. Cobbler is best. You know what's really great? Blackberries on vanilla ice cream. What's on your hands? What, the child? What is on your hands? Oh, hand warmers. Yeah. What a lucky man he was.
Uncle Jamie,
Yeah, baby. What's up? What?
just making a circle
Huh?
out of cards.
Cool.
It's a very big one, so I need more cards.
That's fine. You can get more cars. Leave the ones on the top. Well, you can't even reach them, so I guess we're good. Yeah, you can play with any of those. Barracuda, how about those bolt-in frame connectors? Do they work? Yeah, maybe. I would probably just weld them anyway, personally. Bolting to a frame rail, you better be running tubes through there for the bolts to tighten against, because if you don't, they're just going to come loose. Excuse me. Scoop can remember every line from Gilligan's Island, but cannot remember what he went to the garage for. Word. Excuse me. Ray's here. How's it going, Ray? The Duke of 5A says, frame ties made a night and day difference in just normal street driving for me. M-body, though. That's interesting. I've never just done those. Because I always go for sway bar and caster first. Yeah, this whole place is made of wild blackberries. It is a nice set of Thomas. Thank you. Love those things. Scoop had to autocorrect the word synchronized. Barracuda, Jamie, when I jack up my Valiant at the front, the doors bind slightly. Yep, it's a unibody, which means it's slightly twisting. If I gave it subframe connectors, would that stop the twisting? It would certainly help. It may not fully stop it, but it'll help. Some cars are way worse than others for that. Convertibles are really terrible for it. McNugget Garage LOLing at children. Okay, buddy boy. Mark's back from the Sunday night watering hole. How's it going, Mark? Lazarus, I think someone put the wrong water pump housing on. What's the second sensor for? My friend the Mopar Tech says it's for auto temp 2, which the car has, but I can't find such a circuit. I don't know a thing about auto temp 2. Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to find information on that. Maybe in a wiring harness for an Imperial. Ooh, I have that. Hold on. I've never seen one with 2. I've never seen that. Dust Devil Garage. Oh, watch later. Roger. Duster. Thrash Weekend Startup. Hell yeah. Almost took the Barracuda to a test and tune. Didn't, but almost did. Imperial. Imperial B. I'm not going to be able to find this fast, am I? And this might not even have auto temp on it. Because it's optional. Sometimes these diagrams are weird. Temp light switch. Okay, I don't know what Imperial you have, but low pressure, low oil pressure. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at a diagram for a 1970 Imperial. It has both. It has a gauge and a warning light. And it also has an oil gauge and an oil pressure warning light as well. It has both. So does yours also have both and you've just never seen the light lit up? Maybe? But then you would have the little tiny one as well, and it would be sticking off the front, you know. Anyway. Scoop needs a corn dog magnet. Oh, it's tragic. We have a Hulk. Children. Wire I found on it was spliced at the plug. Only ever has been disconnected. I don't think we need any of that. Nope. You're lining them up now? Nice. Excellent choices.
I'm making a waist.
Very cool.
And this one is the one that is ready, set, go!
Incredible.
The yellow one that opens.
Oh. Weird. I'm going to assume that everyone else can still hear me. I'm not getting any warnings or anything, but Phillips said, Phillips Head said he was getting the spinny circle thing. Barracuda, frame connectors and torque boxes for ultimate stiffness. Yes. Roger, reading. Everyone's good. All right, thanks. What? Half-inch one comes out the top, secondary one's out the front. Out the right. The big one should be out the top over here next to a heater hose connection kicked off at an angle on the passenger side. And the small one, unless that housing's different, should be on the passenger side front, sticking out that way behind the alternator bracket. But earlier housings had it vertical over on the other side. Driver's side. E-Monk just watched the 446 video. Good work. Thank you. Appreciate that. Apparently the viewing public in general thinks it was good work because that video currently has 21,300 views, which puts it in first place by 3,000 views. Next best was Wednesday's video, the 383 firing up. And then behind that was the cab over. And then behind that was the TRX, which actually has almost 100,000 now. So, you know, it's all good. But today's video is doing the bestest. Yeah, Dust Devil says, we got to make a race happen. Well, all right. Is the DDG 231 plate a wash 63? Yes. Rooster's out. Lazarus says the big blue books and the giant binder parts manual only show one part number. Weird. I don't know, dude. But the graphic I have shows both senders. One for a light, one for a gauge. That's just the diagram I have. I don't know dick about Imperials. Yes, some cars had a hot and cold light, AMC guy. That is the large sensor we're talking about. But he has an Imperial with a temperature gauge. So he's confused by his housing that has a spot for the big one, but the parts thing only lists the small one. The big one is for the light, but he has a gauge, hence the confusion. According to the diagram I just saw, 70 Imperial has both. I don't know. Overbuilt Automotive is here. Winterforge says, you can actually watch the blackberries growing into your yard and taking over here in the Pacific Northwest. Yes. Yeah, they're brutal, dude. It never ends. Yes, Johnny Grossa, it's easier to jack up the whole side of one car when you have subframe connectors. Yes, it is. Yes, Dan Peters, are you in Washington State, around Washington State? I am in Washington State. I'm in the wet part. Ray says we had a setback on Tanner's FOE? Foe? Who's Tanner's foe? Lightbulb fun. Jamie, what right-hand drive cars or vehicles have you driven? LLVs and a key truck once. Oh, Rooster's going to the store to get ice cream. Nice. Chris, oh, that's funny. Chris Nealis is about to try this. Shut up. My wife just brought me home some farmer's market blackberries. Dude, it's so good. Yeah, blackberries on vanilla ice cream. Or we get vanilla ice cream on cobbler. Oh, you guys are making me hungry. Killing me. You know, Blah Blah's here. How's it going, Blah Blah? Thank you. Cool six-pack video. What were we talking about? I make blackberry jam. And it's funny because I've done it 3 years now, I think. And what I've learned about blackberry jam is that you can make it however you want. So there's a recipe that's like use equal amounts blackberry and sugar. Or you can use half the sugar. Or you can use no sugar. Or you can use a very small amount of sugar. And they're wild blackberries, so you should use pectin. But because they're wild and they're high in pectin anyway, you don't have to use pectin or you don't have to use as much. You can use lemon juice unless you don't want to. Like it's all very much. You can use some butter to keep the foaming down, but don't use butter because you can't jar it. But you can jar it and you can use butter, but you really shouldn't. But go ahead. It's all like that. It's just like there's so many. Do whatever you want. It's jam. So what I usually do. Oh, and then also, typically for blackberry jam, you want to take all the seeds out because blackberry seeds are not the greatest thing to chew on. So you're supposed to strain them all out and then save some of them and sprinkle some back in. Unless you don't want to, which I don't. So I always make mine full seed. It says on the lid, full seed experience. So the 1 year, I think this was 2 years ago, I hadn't gotten pectin. And I had read a recipe that said with wild berries, it should set anyway. You don't really need the pectin. You'll be fine. No. Or maybe it was, no, I made a huge batch and I didn't have enough pectin. It was something like that. But the point is it didn't set right. It seemed like it was setting. I probably didn't cook it long enough. Like it sat on my test spoon, but it didn't actually set. And so it was just kind of goopy. And it was okay to put on toast and stuff. But you know what it was amazing for? vanilla ice cream because I don't do the full 1-to-1 sugar. That's insane. It's like candy. I don't want that. So I do 1-to-4, I think is usually what I do. And it just has, it's sweet, but it has that nice tart blackberry flavor. And that on ice cream is just divine. But even just berries, it'll do. Blah Blah's eating ice cream right now. Nice. Yes, the vast majority of the right-hand drive vehicles I've driven were LLVs. So many LLVs. Wow. Russ Peters said, my 70 Challenger RT managed to have an unbalanced drive shaft shake the car so hard the speedometer needle broke off. That's insane. I have never heard of such a thing. Tavo is late. How's it going, Tavo? E-Monk says, it's getting late in the year. Time to think about putting an engine in the Banana. Still need $1,000 set of pistons. Haven't got those. Too many other projects to spend money on. But we are going to pull the 440 out of the Banana for Alan's satellite. Then we're going to cut the axle off the frame, and then we're going to start building a subframe for it. So we will be making progress on it. I hope we're doing wheelies next year, but I don't. Well, if I could just stop working on stuff for other people, then that would be a big help. There's just too much I want to do. Yes, dear. What?
Tia.
What?
Tia is alive.
What?
Stool is alive.
Stool?
Yeah.
Is alive.
Yeah, they're all alive.
It's not working. I'm trying to collapse her. Say school.
School.
Say cool.
Cool.
Yeah. We're working on it.
Beep. School.
Go play.
Did I say it?
No.
Already? Oh. But I said school.
Oh, that's pretty close. Actually, that's pretty good. That is an improvement for sure. Good job. Yeah, apple or blackberry pie, or cobbler, slightly warm with vanilla ice cream. Your taste buds are going to heaven. You're shaking my camera.
You are my favorite.
Russ Peters, ASMR video of an LLV dropping into a metal shredder. Hey, put your butt down.
You are on my bed.
Put your butt down.
Lulu.
Hey, you got to play quiet or you're out. You're going to be ejected from the game. Okay? Thank you.
Hey, can we play Don't Wake Phone Up?
Yeah, let's play Don't Wake Fern Up. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
AMC guy, can't find the blackberry lemonade at Costco this year. Never heard of it. Sounds divine.
What happens when you wake me up?
Honey, I'm currently doing that thing that I do every Sunday where I talk, so I can't really just stop doing that.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah. What the heck were we talking about?
Play Don't Wake Phone Up.
Dan Peters, your knowledge on Dodge Dakota sway bar interchange with 2-wheel versus 4-wheel. No, and there are different versions of that sway bar too. It's kind of goofy. I think it's the 4-wheel drive one that like clamps on with another bushing. It's been a while since I did one, but I'm fairly certain they are not the same. Little Johnny thought it was cool that the 70 Fury video showed an old 8-track player. Yes. Gopher Garage says Imperials make great derby cars. Out! We don't do that anymore. D1 Menace hasn't watched today's video yet, but that's next. Hey. Stop. What? What was that? What? Oh, stop. Okay. Are you okay? Did you kicked my desk? Jimmy Monk is here from Alabama. How's it going? 440 has industrial variants. Yes, very true. I mean, lots of the housings out there have that extra hole. Stop it. Can you hear us? Oh, I can hear your thoughts, Scoop. Oh, early tin grill. Oops, wrong button. Okay, stop. Enough. Fox can fix it is late, but I can take it out of his DDG pay. I saw one of your shorts pop up. It got like 200 bajillion views or something. Nice. Hey, no one wants to see that. No one. Okay? Thank you. Tillamook is top shelf. In the immortal words of W.C. Fields, go away, kid, you bother me. Hey. No. Are you good? Did you hit your head on the Hot Wheels? Oh my God. Anyway, someone asked about blackberry cider. Yes, it's absolutely a thing. It's something I want to make someday since we have blackberries and apples around here. Hey, you can stop right now or you can get out. These are your choices. Nope. Nope. Stop or out. 3, 2. Thank you. Banana at the first spring test and tune. Literally impossible. Go get one then. Dave Atman, do you have like an Amazon list? A list of wants/needs your audience might chip in on? I don't know. No, you can just straight up send me money if you want. My PayPal or Venmo is Jamie Noise, JAMIENOISE. But no, I don't have like a wish list or anything like that. And honestly, I don't want you to send me money or buy me things really. But if you want to support in that way, you can. Legba. How's it going, Legba? TRX vid soon ? Yes, as discussed earlier in this very live stream, I am well on my way to filming the next one. It has a bent axle housing, which a lot of people knew already. No. Have you tried dill pickle ice cream? I will not be doing that. Grease Belly Garage had blackberry cobbler recently, 5 stars. I hope I'm about to have blackberry cobbler. Duke of 5A is out. Yeah, it's all about the French vanilla. That's the only vanilla, if you ask me. Yes, a cobbler is something else in this context. Cop car has heavy duty wiring. I mean, kind of. Out!
No.
Now!
No.
Out.
No, mommy.
Get out.
Mama.
Hey, I've already told you multiple times. We're not going to do this all night. You understand me? Jesus. Child, I am almost done. I need you to stop. I'm going to drag you out of here upside down. She hates that. Jesus. Some people's children, am I right? Anyway. What were we talking about? Bye. See ya. Slater, you are a busy fellow, which is a good and healthy thing. I don't know if healthy is the right word. Anyway. Dan Peters. 360 has 318 balance in it, period. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Ban the digits. No. When does school start? Not soon enough. Oh, yeah, she loves to test the boundaries. She's in the corner now. I don't care if she hangs out. She's just little, very active, and we'll leave it at that. The door needs a lock. It has a lock, but that's not what I want to do. I don't care if she hangs out. It's the It gets to a certain point. You couldn't see her waving her butt because she was directly behind my shoulder, but that's what she was doing. And I already told her once. Blackberries and cream cheese sandwiches. Never had it on a sandwich, but yeah, blackberries and cream cheese. Divine. Mark Bass. Every year I say I'm going to make blackberry wine or something, but I never do. I really want to make blackberry cider because I have apples and blackberries. But anyway. Thank goodness there's no English vanilla. Did someone say DDG merch? McLovin put up a link to my web store. Thanks. Burned out garage. What brand of rubber fuel line do you use? Gates Barricade. It is ethanol proof. O'Reilly has it. Oliver Brown. Unbridled, uncontrollable burnout or controlled slide braking to save your life, which is more exciting? I mean, the burnout, obviously. Bobathon Plywood is out. He's in the wrong time zone right now, and it is sleepy time. See you later. Excuse me. Yes, you can also become a member of the channel. 100%. Very true. You can do that. And I thank you if you do. There are currently, I forget the number. Hold on, I'll tell you. 434 members. Oh, that is including the 10. Oh, Mike Noodle just rejoined as a member. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, interesting. Anyway, welcome. Possibly got one of the gift memberships. Not sure. Anyway, yeah, 425, it says. It was 423 a second ago. Whatever. Anyway, membership is a big help. Big help. The extra income from memberships that's like exactly how I'm able to just buy Dart parts or Hemi parts or whatever. So if you are a member, I thank you. I make money on your views as well. So even just watching videos helps. And I appreciate that too, obviously. But if you're a member directly supporting my car part buying habit, thanks. Long life vehicles rock wheelie yellow style. So like just flying through the air over stuff. Tavo has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Tavo. What a guy. He hasn't mailed me a Hemi 6 yet, but he did buy some gift memberships. One Brando just posted, it's the shot of the live, like if you see it on YouTube somewhere, the screenshot when the thumbnail when he screenshot it was me turned around pointing at the door. Yeah. Good stuff. Fox can fix it. It did. I don't know what I did, so I'll never repeat it. Welcome to YouTube, bud. You know, I have exactly one video that's got like 500,000 views. I can never do it again. And now the penguin on your cell phone will explode. Nice. Todd Chappell just installed a small smart TV in the shop, and I'm now able to enjoy this while wrenching on the Ambassador wagon. That's awesome. I've got a smart TV in the shop. I didn't for a long time. I did, and then I didn't, and now I do again. But it keeps glitching out on YouTube, and it just like, it'll load the homepage, and then it won't load a video, and it just goes off into La La Land. Probably because it's a Samsung, not a Roku. But anyway, very cool, and thanks. We need to do 2 chairs for live streams in the future. Permanent co-host. Sorry, Dan Peters. I don't understand. I've seen a few comments. I'm thinking you're using voice to text, which can make understanding comments hard. We've had that happen before. I'm just not quite sure what you were saying. Somebody restoring Mopars in the Oli area? Yeah, his name's Tom. Rocket Restorations. Competition is the wrong word. We work together. I'm not giving Fern a permanent chair. I'm simply not doing that. Slater's got to get horizontal. Thank you for all you do that helped me in the last 2 years. You bet. Happy to do it. Dan Peter says, oh, I'm confusing to him. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Internal balance on 360. 318 balance external. No, you're wrong. The 360s are externally balanced. The 318s are internally balanced. There is no external weight on a 318, but a 360 does have one. So you are fully backwards on that. 318 is neutral balance. Even the cast crank ones. 340 is neutral internal balance until it got a cast crank. Then it got an external weight like a 360. A 360 always had a cast crank and always had an external weight. 400, 440, those are external balance engines. From a certain year onward, early 400s were not, the ones with forged cranks. Late 383s with cast cranks were also external balance. 440s were internally balanced until the 6-barrel engine / the Big Rod HP, 1970. Any other balance questions? Oh, Magnum 360s are different than LA 360s, by the way. Similar, they're both external balance, but the weight's different. 318 Magnums are still internally balanced. The 318 is always internally neutral balanced. Always, every 318 ever made, full stop. So, when you say that, you have said it backwards. Robbie Stingle, I figure you don't have a 1972 340 dual plane cast iron intake manifold. Why are you back? You got the band hammer. I love you too. I do not have a 1972 340 intake. No. They grow out of that in their 20s, usually. We can only hope. Gopher Garage, will you get to race Garbage Can this season? Yes. I'm planning to take it to a test and tune. I almost took it to a test and tune Friday, but I'm still having an issue with the clutch being the heaviest clutch pedal on earth. And I'm going to change the clutch and the gears and the axle shafts coming up. So I'm already well on my way to filming the next video on that as well. Barry Kuda. When my kids were little, I found out that candy actually does make them hyper. She's just like this. She was born this way. And there are 3 of them, and they were all born that way. So there you go. Andy Tuss, do you have a Patreon? I've heard that YouTube takes quite the cut from membership. They do take a cut. They definitely do. It's fairly substantial. I do not have a Patreon. When I set up the memberships, I did that because they offered me a bounty to do it. I made $2,000 extra by setting up memberships and getting... How many members was it? 100 members in the first month. What? Don't tickle you? This whole time, I thought you loved being tickles. Wow. Tickled. Anyway, at the time I did it, people said you should set up a Patreon because you get more of what is contributed. And that is true. But memberships are built into YouTube. It's just so much easier. I don't have to say, go here, go to this outside website, just hit the button. It's just so easy. And I just can't imagine the majority of normal people that might be a member will actually go through the steps to go to Patreon. Does that make sense? Johnny Grassa, are you still going to No Name Nationals? Yes. Live Fern Garage. Loud Fern Garage. Tavo, guess who found out the balance thing the hard way in his early days? 360 crapped itself. Hey. You've been told. Okay. It's quiet time. Shouldn't even be in here. Didn't cut the weights off the 727 torque converter and it vibrated. Yep. I did not learn that the hard way. I luckily knew Fern would need a restraint chair. Yeah. Hey. You can be quiet or get out. These are your choices. Alan Pierce is checking in from Milwaukee. Sport Fury episode was great. Long time ago, I had a 68 New Yorker. Total beater. Paid $60 for it and had a blast. God, some people. Robbie Stingle says it's hard for me to fit in here. I think you're doing fine. Rubber fuel line is fine if you use Gates Barricade. Competitive collaboration. Yeah. Maybe we should check with somebody that sounds like they know what they're talking about. Well, it's not me. Oh, no shit. She doesn't think that's a punishment. Install a button to call in security. Yes, it's called message my wife and hope she's paying attention to her phone. Fern, it is quiet time, and I'm getting tired of telling you. It's very cute. Now be quiet, please. 400 engines in the 70s. Chevrolet had a 400 small block. Chrysler's 400 was a big block. B engine. Yes, need a water spray bottle like training a cat. Yeah. She listens like my sister's kids did. Yeah. I told you the door locks. I just didn't want to get up and unlock it. Anyway. If YouTube can pay you $2,000 for inviting 100 people to get a membership, they must be making a bundle off it. They do all right on it. It's worth it for everyone. Let's just say that. Their percentage, I don't even remember exactly what it is. I mean, it is something for sure. But again, like I wouldn't have it at all without YouTube's facilitation. Yes, dear. Snappy. I'm almost out of time. Come on. Go. Talk. Words. Go.
Look, I'm making a tiny cupcake.
I see your tiny cupcake. It's very cute. Where did you find that? It's just fuzz. It's very cute, though.
It's really cute.
It's so cute. Do you want to show everybody your tiny cupcake?
Yeah.
The camera. Here, I'll show them. Where did you even find this? This is amazing. It's a little wood chip with some foam. Look at that. It's a cupcake. Miniature cupcake. I'm impressed. Here you go.
I'm almost done with it.
Awesome. Barracuda, if an engine's crank rods and pistons were meticulously balanced, would external balancing be necessary? Okay, you're kind of asking the wrong question. Come on, camera. So, words are hard. That's true. Some engines, and I cannot explain the engineering reason why, but manufacturers chose to balance them using an external weight. Now, there are ways to move that weight inside. It's been done. You can neutral balance a 360 with a stock crank. You just need a bunch of Mallory metal or whatever, put in a couple counterweights, move it inside, switch to neutral. It's not that big of a deal, but for whatever reason, the manufacturer thought external weight was the way to go in that application, and that's what they did. It probably has something to do with manufacturing cost, or they wouldn't have done it. That's basically where I'm at on that. But anyway, it's not down to the balance between the individual components. That's not what it's about. It's balancing the overall assembly. What did happen to you? Oh, they're hand warmers. Apparently Tony's in the crowd. Show everybody your hand warmers again. Apparently somebody missed it. They're not, no, the camera's over here. They're not bandages. They're Home knitted hand warmers. It is not cold. I don't know what's going on there. They're arm warm. Well, they don't really warm much of your arm. They've like. Okay, well, whatever. They're arm warmers. Ava's arm warmers go like to here. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Oh, nice. Robbie Stingle got those J-heads. So lucky with these 72 J-heads. Way better than I expected. FedEx didn't break them. Nice. DJ Kami has never noticed the DDG plate. It hasn't been there for long. Excuse me, ma'am. You know the rules. It's quiet or out. Okay. I'm not even saying silent. I said quiet. It's almost as bad as a puppy. Almost. 3.9s are interesting, Dan. I agree. And I was surprised to learn that 3.9s are neutral balance, just like a 3.18. Oh, wow. Robbie Stingle. The small block, the front crank pulley thing. Because they have that offset bolt pattern. He said, I marked my pulley and was able to reinstall all 6 bolts. Nice. Yeah. Hopefully break in Wednesday on the Plymouth. Well, good luck. Al's Guitars joined very late. Yes. There are less rules for puppies. Yeah, Rob, we've already covered that. Yes. No, we're not going to put her in a kennel. As much as we might like to. Jamie's kind of neutral balanced. No, I'm externally balanced by cider and iced coffee or Red Bull or whatever. Blackberry cupcakes. You're making me hungry again. I could eat, and it is about that time, actually, if you could believe that. Still 224 people hanging out through all this nonsense. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Yes, dear.
And Sadie's gonna make dinner when you are done.
Oh, I know. Can I show them this? This is amazing. I got to show them this. How did you do this?
I found a little tall.
That's so cool.
On the floor.
Okay, this is our tiny cupcake. It appears to be a tiny piece of wood with some lint on it, but look at this. Look at it. Can you see it? Oh, let's see if the camera will focus. Oh, it's not focusing. There is a tiny, there it is. Oh, you can almost see the orange dot on there. It's a star. She found a tiny little star to put on her cupcake. It's amazing work. Good job. I'm impressed by your cupcake. David Bird says, too cool. Scott DeForge wants to know, what's on the docket for this coming Engine Wednesday? Actually, we're going to revive a forklift, which is my way. I've had this video in my pocket for quite a while, and I don't usually do that. The Sport Fury. Yeah, don't eat the cupcake, right? It's pretend cupcake, right? Yeah. Not for eating. Tony's neither internally nor externally balanced. I've had this video in my pocket. It was going to be a members video because I didn't want to actually post it at all, but I changed as a normal video because it's not going to do good. But I've changed my mind and I'm going to put it up on Wednesday so that I can just do other things, because every week, Monday and Tuesday, I am scrambling to get an engine video done and it is killing me. So I'm going to punt this week. I'm going to put up the forklift video on Wednesday. Hey, it was fun, but it's a forklift. No one's going to care. I think we all know that. What is that noise you're making?
It's my son.
Oh, okay. Robbie Stingle, if I go aluminum intake for the 72 340 top end, would I have to match ports? No. Just you could put whatever you want on there, frankly. I love the good oil D4B, but that's really hard to find now. An air gap is a fine choice. Doesn't look factory, though. Edelbrock Performer is a small port manifold. with your head upgrade, I don't know. I'd probably want to do a big port manifold to match. But the Performer works. It's undersized for the head, but it still works remarkably well. LD4B, LD340, also an expensive manifold now. There are other options, but you're looking specifically for one with the larger ports. Excuse me, ma'am. Thank you. Sheesh. Someone has become a member. Andy Tuss has become a member. Thank you. Appreciate that. Burned Out Garage. Really want to try the new 440 Source M1 style intake. I haven't seen that yet. We will watch it. Yes, I know you'll watch it. 318 Teardown. Yes, and it's coming. It's just, and that's probably the next Engine Wednesday. I just don't.
Look at my cupcake.
It's
Another star.
You found another star. It's beautiful. I am impressed. Yes, 318 Teardown is coming. I have a feeling it is going to do great, and that's probably not good news for you, Dave, but we'll leave it at that for now. Doesn't Fern have any toys she can play quietly with next time? Well, there's a whole floor's worth of Hot Wheels, but that's not working. Look, she's looking for treasure. She doesn't do quiet. It's just not a thing with her. Lightbulb Fun. Saw in the background of a few videos, bright blue late 1940s looking car. I did a Studebaker, 49 Studebaker, sold that. There's now a 55 Plymouth parked in the same place as that Studebaker. So that's probably what you're seeing if it's a recent video. And there is a video on that coming as well. In fact, I need to sell that thing. That might be one of the next Sunday videos coming. Not sure yet. Stephen Andrews will be in my neighborhood tomorrow. Cool. I mean, I'll be here. Hemi forklift. Alas, no. Forklift is in the TRX is stuck in reverse. Stop it. Don't put that hex on me. Believe in yourself. I wish it was a slant 6 forklift. That would have been a great video. Roger, copy. Over. Yep. Those are children. I know because I've seen children before. My daughter and my nephew. Hot dog! Those kids are getting big. It's messed up.
I'm getting bigger and bigger every day.
You are getting bigger and bigger every day. It's crazy how tall you're getting. You're going to be a full-size human before we know it.
Yeah, and then I will have another birthday.
Yeah.
I will always will have a birthday.
Andy Tess says, now I get to drill you about my second gen 3500. Well, you don't get the full-time tech support until you're a gold member, bud. King Packled, take us for a ride in the bug and make the camera do its thing. I will do that at some point. I'll include little clips of it. It's just, as I said when I got that car, on here anyway, I don't see any reason to do an actual video of it. I don't think it would do well. It's just not what this channel is, you know. So there you go. Yeah, apparently we need to vacuum in here. Give her the Les Paul. I will not be doing that. She does play with guitars sometimes. If she even thinks about looking at the Les Paul, the neck will fall off. Yeah, I'm not handing her the Gibson. I'm not doing that. Yeah. Wendy English is here, just a little late. How's the shoulder? My shoulder's fine. Was there something wrong with my shoulder? Okay, it's about that time. Yes, lots of pieces of farm equipment out there with slant 6s. No, I am not close to the fires. They're hours from here, like 5-6 hours from here. Lightbulb Fun would watch a video on the Volkswagen Pug. Yet again, I have said, I appreciate that about you. And Dave, I appreciate that about you too. Hardcore fans will watch it. I have a feeling that like everyone in this live watches everything I make within reason. And I appreciate that. But what I mean when I say things like this is the larger YouTube viewing public isn't going to be interested. Joseph says no. See, there you go. Telling you. Yeah. So I've just done enough of this to know how it works. If you tilt your head enough, the slant 6 looks just like a regular 6. Anyway, Oh, Burned Out Garage. When are we going to get more Coronet content? Need to get the blue swinger when it moves under its own power out of the shop. Purple Coronet goes in. Well, actually, I have to put the 70 charger somewhere now. So 70 swinger out, Coronet in, maybe. I'm going to say it depends on when I actually bring the charger home. I also need to get the Hudson finished, which is coming soon. Excuse me. Yes, 57 Coronet is coming soon as well, because I have a shift cable now. Thanks, Steven. Anyway, all the things are coming. Oh, which Coronet did you mean? You meant the 57. Yes, that's coming. I got to get these darts done. There's too much dart stuff. But yes, I now have a shift cable for the 57, so its day in the sun is coming. I need Mark's car driving out of here. And then the 57 is going to go back on the lift. The heads are going to get flipped. The shift cable will get, the whole transmission install will get finished. And then we can do exhaust. And then need to find some carburetors. And we'll make magic happen. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Rope 1958 is going to go outside to watch the tornado warning. Have fun with that. I am going to leave. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Dart Week is on pause. Dart Week is forever, but it's forever. Dart Week never ends. Chevrolet 402. Everybody else, thanks again. Phillips Head would watch a Volkswagen vid over a Ford vid. Well, a Ford is an American car that usually has a V8. What's for dinner? What did Auntie say she was making for dinner? I don't remember. Oh, she's making some viral TikTok recipe. Good night, David. Yeah, Dart Week to become Dart Month. I will make Dart Week shirts someday. I really want to do that. If the person that draws shirts around here is listening, 1970 Dart Swinger on blocks, rusty, crappy looking, smoking a little bit. That's what we need for that. Danny Boyd has been listening while shopping for Mustang parts. Right on. Dart Eternity. Yeah, there you go. Have you ever played darts? Yeah, I'm not very good at it. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm not putting a V8 in a bug. Get out. Now go away or I shall taunt you a second time. You want to say bye, Fern? Yeah. You still focused on your cupcake? She's focused on her cupcake. Come here. Come on.
Bye.
See y'all in the funny pages and in the comments and yada, yada, yada. We demand a shrubbery. She hated that. All right, bye, everybody. Thanks. Thanks to the new members and the gifters. And I'll see you later. Bye.